guys, welcome back, Attack. I'm Skylight, and today we're checking out a game called Winning Putt. This is going to be a golfing game. It's a golfing MMO, okay? So, that out of the way, if you like golfing, you're probably going to get into this game. Maybe, though more likely, you would actually get one of the $60 pro games that you can get on consoles. But if you don't like golf, this is actually probably a really nice introduction to the serious casual world that is golf. Okay, so this isn't like some super cartoony golf game. A lot of people, myself included, love games that are putt-putt styled or just incredibly comical and cartoon. This one is actually way more sincere, significantly more sincere, in fact. Like all the clothing options are very usual, what you would expect to see on a golf course. I would know, growing up in Myrtle Beach, a lot of golf around there if you don't know. So Winning Putt, it seems, aesthetically exactly what I would expect to see if I were to just walk outside my apartment and then just, all the golf crowns, all the people, in their polos, and you guys know this, that type of people that golf. Anyways, so golf is pretty cool. I myself have never got into it because it's kind of a rather expensive sport to get into. All the purchasing of the clubs, the club membership, and then purchasing your actual driving clubs. So yeah, a lot of money to be spent there. Now, how does the game translate that? Because, there's lots of different actual fields to go and play on, the different courses, and then you also have the different items, you have different clothing. Actually in this game that all translates. It perfectly. Like, it is going to be an expensive game. Like, you have to actually buy and purchase. I mean, you can level up and win stuff, in-game, but I'm just saying, like, it's still going to be kind of a grind, or you can spend money, which can get pretty expensive, to still, to participate truly in this game. So, just like real life golf, I guess this is what this game is aiming for. You do have that added level of, realism there with the price of things. You do have to purchase your own clubs and everything. And yeah, there is that added level of customization, I guess you can say, especially casually with the outfits and everything. You can customize your character a little bit. But right out of the gate, as a free player, jumping into this game, very first impressions, it looks good. It runs on the CryEngine. It looks pretty okay. There's not really any sort of things that you can change with the graphics. I mean, I think you can up and down the no, you can't actually. You cannot change the aliasing too much or at all that I remember. And you can't really change the graphics settings other than from like low to high. So from what I recall, I don't think there's really too much options, which is what we really want in especially a free-to-play game. A lot of people play free-to-play games because they generally don't have very high graphical fidelity, so they can run on their laptops or their lower-end machines. Tragically, this game doesn't really have that many options, though it does have a slider, at least, you can choose low if you want to, but, for people who need very specific settings because they have a very specific rig, maybe they have very low RAM, but they have a good graphics card, you can't really customize it. Just something to mention. Anyways, the game does look good, and there's really only frame droppage whenever it's loading in, but to be honest, for a game that's a course game, that's actually instance-based, that's not open world, I would expect it to not ever have any frame drop. I'm just saying, throwing my hands up there. So Winning Putt, man, the actual golfing mechanics, pretty basic. If you played pretty much any golfing game, it's just like that. You have a power bar that you have to stop. It's a time-based power bar, so it goes up, you have to stop it at the right time, and then it goes back and you have to stop it at the right time for accuracy. So the first time for power, and the second time for accuracy. And it's actually pretty hard to be accurate. Now you can, during character customization, create a power character or an accuracy character. So I believe the accuracy character doesn't have as much power innately, so it's harder to go further with the ball, but it's easier to actually get more accurate. It's easier to pinpoint with the actual mechanic there, and the ball will go straighter. Yeah, but I don't know. I think probably the best thing is just to get an accurate character, because accuracy is significantly harder to hit, at least mechanically, in the game than it is to get the power. The power, there's so much give with the little bar that you have there. And other than that, I really don't know what's more to the game mechanically. I don't know if there's like really any strategy to the courses. I didn't get to play too many, but they seem pretty straightforward. It's like avoid the sand. There is a kind of interesting putting mechanic. I don't know if it's like anything original, because I haven't played like actual golf games on like the PGA Tour games or Tiger Woods stuff. I haven't done that, man. I play normal MMOs, high fantasy stuff. So this golf thing's coming out of nowhere, right? But I do have an interest. I do have an interest in golf. Normally putt-putt, so I was kind of starting to get into the game, but the courses are kind of lackluster to me. Now, this is coming from just like a general game review. Now, for people who really like golf, I'm sure you can find some really in-depth mechanics, but from somebody like me who plays a lot of different games, and I like putt-putt, which is essentially all about the crazy, ridiculous courses, I'm not really feeling it. So a game called Winning Putt Yeah, I don't know. It just, the courses are pretty basic, actually, to be honest. Maybe later on they're a little bit more complex, and I know on the YouTube channel, they really go out of their way to show off the new courses. They're very proud of them. And I'm sure once you get into leaderboards and you're like really trying to be competitive with this game, you can find, you know, some shortcuts or maybe some tricks and stuff with the lay of the land, you know, the slopes and everything where you can get your ball to roll or where you don't want it to roll. So, I don't know. I am aware that there is some mechanics to the game, but overall it actually it represents itself as rather simplistic, to be honest. There's nothing really outrageous about the game that I would personally want in a free-to-play MMO type of golf game. Now, saying that, it is an MMO, I guess, technically, but you really don't play with like tons and tons of people at any one time. Everything's instance. It's easy to invite people, I guess, but for the most part, the MMO feeling of the game comes whenever you are in the it is an instance area. It's sort of like this instance kind of open area, and you can go to the different shops and you see all the different players, you know, going to the different shops and going to the different arenas, and I think you can challenge different NPCs and do challenges and stuff, and that's cool. But I think a lot of the game has to offer is really behind a paywall, kind of. I mean, really, you play these kind of games, I guess, like a golf game, to compete with other people online. But there's so much grind to actually get all the different clubs and everything, and I do believe there are levels of clubs that it definitely just kind of feels like, as a new free-to-play player, you aren't competitive with these other people. It just, you know, it kind of sucks. But then again, a lot of free-to-play games are like that. It's just that this is a sport game. This is a sport game, so inherently it probably should be competitive. However, there is that whole grinding and purchasing of items. But then again, like I said, it does match real-life golf. But then why wouldn't I just go play real-life golf? You know what I'm saying, guys? So that's my ramble there. Thanks for watching. I'm Skylent with Attack Gaming. Hopefully the footage was good enough for you to really show off what the game was. Honestly, in my opinion, I would love a game just like this, right? Like graphically, maybe mechanically, but I want putt, you know, way crazy courses. That's my thing, so that's my bias, and I'm sorry, I probably didn't do a great first impression with this game because it's just not my thing. If it is your thing, and if you do like this game, please list out reasons in the comment section below. That's what these first impressions are good for. It's like a community forum, you know what I'm saying? It's a community thing, it's a community review, not really like a review from me, it's from you guys too. So, be a part of that, and I thank you very much for being a part of it. Like and subscribe if you want to continue to be a part of it, and I will see you again next time. Welcome back, Attack. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 free-to-play MMOs for this year, for 2015, and I think across all the genres for free-to-plays, we've seen so much innovation in MOBAs, in MMOs, in like card games. We've seen so many new things this past year, and hopefully, maybe, probably so, 2015 is going to be just as exciting. This is our